G'day everybody, welcome to an edition of Diffused, Insights into the Men of doTERRA. It is a wonderful day here in Uluru, and of course we are here on doTERRA's incentive trip 2018. It's been a great fun last few days, our last day here. We have very special guests with us today for today's episode. Today I have Adam Barralet and Jonathan Mozingo, and these guys are lots of fun. They're a diamond leader, basically doTERRA diamond leaders, and they have created a team which is heart driven. These guys are passionate about the oils, they're passionate about lots of things. We're going to find out lots more about Jonathan and Adam, and to have 10 quick questions for them. You ready, guys?
We're definitely ready.
You are definitely ready.
Yeah. We came prepared.
Little in-joke there. So insights into Adam and Jonathan. Now, what is your favourite essential oil and why?
Oh, for me, it would be a toss-up between Douglas fir and Siberian fir. But there's something about the firs that I absolutely love. I find each of the oils actually kind of brings the essence of what that plant or that tree is about. And when you think about firs, they're big, tall trees. They last for a long time, and I find if you get home after one of those kind of days and you're exhausted, you just need a breath of fresh air, then that tree, like a big tree, it just stands there and puts everything in perspective and goes, let's let it all go and it'll be alright tomorrow. So I love the firs.
Good choice. Love Siberian fir too. Jonathan?
For me, I love the Balance Essential Oil Blend. It's a great one. I use it every day, a couple times a day for sure. Pop it on the bottom of my feet every day when I basically get out of bed. All my shoes smell like it, so you don't have to worry about nasty smelling shoes if you go work out. So that's a great use for that. But I also use it topically on my wrists, back of my neck, and I wear it actually as a fragrance. So given up cologne and brought balance in, so it's a great one to use every day.
Good move. No toxics. Yeah. Good answer, guys. Good way to start. Now, we've all had that moment where we were first introduced to the oils, and tell us maybe about that situation for you. I think Adam, that was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, for me, I've always been a bit of a hippie and that type of thing. I've always had essential oils around my house and had a bit of a burner when I was a teenager and that type of thing. And one day I got an invite to a free aromatherapy class, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything, and it's free. So I'm up for it, kind of thing. So I went along, and it was by the beautiful Vanessa Jean who introduced me to the oils, and she flounced around and shared about all these different oils, and there's one that I put on my skin, and as it kind of changed its smell, it was really a nice woody, deep, masculine kind of smell, and it was frankincense. And I was like, I had about 50 oils at my home already, and I was like, let's grab that one and we'll see how we go with that kind of thing. So that's where it started, kind of thing, and then Jonathan was enjoying it.
So we had a essential oil burner at the time because we didn't know any better. Nobody had educated us that we needed to diffuse the oils, and so I was digging through Adam's cabinet of essential oils, and I knocked the bottle down onto the floor, and it bounced, and I thought, oh, thank God. So I stuffed it back into the cabinet, and I went digging a bit more, knocked it off a second time, and it didn't bounce that time. So then I grabbed the bath towel, mopped up all this frankincense, and he came home and I said, oh, you know that new doTERRA frankincense you got? I broke it. I hope it wasn't expensive. And at that point in time, that's when we realized we might be interested in sharing the oils with friends, because we had to pay for that frankincense bottle. But really, my introduction to the oils was, we were given one of the catalogs when we first started, and it sat on our coffee table. And I picked it up and started flipping through it, and I saw all the other essential oils, but what really caught my eye was the other products in the back. So the things that were going to help us live a low tox lifestyle. So a natural toothpaste, there were facial cleansers, there were cleaner concentrates and other things that we could bring in that we knew that were going to be low tox, better for us, and be able to kind of start changing our life. And they were infused with the beautiful essential oils, so they smelled nice as well. So for me, that was opened me up to a world of essential oils weren't just these little bottles; they were so much more.
Absolutely, and well said. I think it's not uncommon for people to realise that, hey, it just becomes their whole life and their lifestyle per se. So,
choices, good for you.
Choices from sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
Good answers, guys. Look, how'd you feel when the oils first came into your home, and you said you had a lot of oils there already? but you might have noticed a distinctive difference there in quality, purity, and
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things that I really liked. I really liked first of all, it was just the smell of them. I had other oils and I'd compare them and go, oh, this one smells more like the plant. And shouldn't an oil smell like the plant and that type of thing? So that, and the freshness of them and the liveliness of them and that type of thing as well. And as we kind of dug a little bit deeper, we really got into the background of the company and that type of thing, and that really drew us into why we like doTERRA and really aligned with it as well.
absolutely,
Yeah.
good stuff. I mean, it's not often the people would have that positive reaction, because I mean, sometimes for a lot of guys, they sort of open the bottle and go, "Oh, that smells a bit strange," and they put it back and it stays on the shelf. But I'm glad that you both delved in there. And,
Yeah,
100%. Now, what do you enjoy about doTERRA as a company? What makes it different?
As a company, I think there's lots of different companies that we kind of love and align with in our life. I love my iPhone, but I also know that there are people in China working stupid hours in bad conditions just to kind of make my iPhone. Whereas when I started to learn more about beyond the oils, and that they come from all these different countries, many of them developing countries, and the amount of work that goes into these countries to support the people making them, to bring them water and education and good health and all those types of things. I know when I use my iPhone, I'm not helping anyone, but each time I'm using an oil, I'm actually helping people in various different countries all around the world that I'd have no chance of doing if I was just trying to help them out myself.
They're on a mission, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even a company, really. I'd never even consider it a company. It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
It's great to be a part of, hey?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
So what do you say? I mean, part of Diffused is really about talking to men who are perhaps unconvinced about doTERRA as a business in the future. So maybe their partners are doing doTERRA, and you know who I'm talking about out there. So what do you say to men who perhaps need a bit more of a push to go over that line and to be involved with their partner's business and to see that vision that they do?
Yeah, I think one of the challenges, maybe for some men, it may be the fact that there's, it is a female-dominated company and that type of thing, and it may just look like a girls' club and that type of thing. If you're financially if that's where your interest may be, then there's some great footage on YouTube and different things like that kind of go through how the finances work, and that compare it to other compensation plans and where the money can be made as well. But as a male, what we find is, because of the female-saturated or dominated company, they're all talking to the girls.
Yeah.
That's 50% of the population, but there's another 50% that's very untapped. So any man that's willing to jump in there and kind of talk to other guys or talk to other people that don't kind of fit in that demographic, from a business point of view, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah. And of course, it's not as easy as it sounds, though. I mean, it takes a lot of confidence and just practice talking to other men about oils.
Yeah.
And of course that comes, hey.
Yeah.
You've had a fair bit of experience.
Yeah.
You guys are on a massive road trip at the moment across Australia.
Absolutely.
Doing classes all over the place.
And for the guys out there that aren't sure, I was the unsure guy in our relationship. Adam knew he could see that sort of final destination, and I was really skeptical. And there were some dust-ups in the house about it, and things like that. Oh, it happens anytime you work with your partner. But he could see what was happening, and I just had to kind of trust his vision on it and be supported the very best I could. And it started out originally just making sure that when he was out teaching classes, when he came home, that there was some sort of dinner to eat, or that things were kind of set up for him. And then slowly I kind of got more involved and started participating in classes with him, and now I'm at the point now where I've left my full-time employment and
Awesome.
I teach classes now.
There you go.
So it's not, you're not going to dive into the deep end of the pool immediately, but kind of meet your partner where they're at, find out what they need from you, and support them in that way. And they may not want to have you at their classes at the beginning, but just showing that support of, what do you need from me? Is it printing off paper forms for you? Is it organizing your bag to take to the classes? All those little things mean so much to the person that's in the business and their heart's in it. And just getting those little bit of support is, you won't realize what you're doing. It means so much. So and then you'll grow, and then you'll want to do more. So just take one little step, even if it's putting oils in their diffuser for when they get home and making sure dinner's ready for them after a class, because they'll be excited because they'll have enrolled some people and they'll want to talk to you about it, and just be their ear. It'll mean a lot to them.
Good stuff. I mean, like I should have mentioned earlier, these guys are from WA and they're travelling across Australia. And Uluru, of course, is a stop, but now you're off to Sydney, Melbourne.
Yep, been in Adelaide.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So they're doing this journey together across Australia, doing classes, and that's fantastic. What a privilege and a joy just to share the journey together. Fantastic. So, what do you see with men's health at the moment? I know you're probably very passionate about this, and I think Diffused is really a lot about that too, about opening people's eyes to utilising the oils for not just physical health but mental and spiritual health. Any comments about that?
Yeah, I find probably physically and spiritually those two really resonate with me. For me, one of the things that I just have always liked essential oils, and I found doTERRA to be the best in the world, so that's why I went with them. But I was having some physical issues that I'd seen medical experts and naturopaths and different things, and was still having issues. And the oils actually helped me physically. I think with guys, we've got friends in our very close friend group that they'll each time there's an issue, they'll just go to the doctor. The doctor will give them something, and then with something else they'll go again. And I've got friends that are on more tablets in their 20s than my 93-year-old grandfather. The essential oils for me have given me an opportunity to I still consult the medical experts, but I'm also empowered to do some little things each day and work with the oils and that kind of thing, and be empowered rather than handing my power over to someone else and trust them, because they're human as well, and that type of thing happens. With the oils being grown in in the place where they're actually native to, I think spiritually that's quite amazing as well. And I don't know how it works exactly at the moment, but they do untap and they do open up a bit more of an awareness and emotionality and different things like that. And for men's spirituality, just like doTERRA, you go to a spiritual festival and there'll be 10,000 women and 3 men in the corner looking a little bit awkward. And I think spiritually the oils can open up different things for allowing men to explore their spirituality and what they want to do with their life as well.
We'll get there, won't we?
Yeah, step by step. Yeah.
It just takes us a bit longer.
Yeah. So for me, my journey with the oils wasn't necessarily a physical one, it was a mental well-being journey. And I think one of the big things is fitness and wellness can be very confused, particularly with guys. You go to shops and you look at men's fitness and men's health, and it's all these guys with ripped bodies and everything, but they may not be sorted out on the inside, and probably aren't. So the oils really support an issue that's important to a lot of men that guys don't talk about, and it's bluiness and mental unwellness and mental fatigue. And a lot of you guys out there, you're providing for your families at the moment while your partner may be out, starting their doTERRA journey, and it's a big stress. I mean, I can't imagine, you're a dad and a husband and all of these things, and it's a big sort of call and ask of guys. So, really, guys don't talk about mental well-being. It's just it's an issue that, you'll never hear down at the pub or anything. But the oils are a tool that you can use on your comfort level, in the privacy of your home, to really look after yourself. And and the great thing with doTERRA is it's, there is a community of people that are not just interested in a physical wellness, but the mental wellness as well, that are interested in heart and head and just looking after the person as a whole. So I think, for those of you that, it might be an issue, or, you might want to be looking into that, the oils are a great tool to use for that sort of modality if you're into it. So, ask your partner about it. I'm sure they'd love to talk with you.
Absolutely. Fantastic answers, guys. So what do you see, I mean, you're diamond leaders, you've been doing this for a while now. What do you see the future of essential oils in the world? It's limitless, isn't it?
I think so. There's been a movement recently, or in the last decade or so, where people are going from these kind of conventional things. We're seeing that maybe things our grandmothers or our mothers were using on us might not have been the best health for us and that type of thing. And we're all going back to those natural sources and those types of things. You know, we're looking for organic food and toxic-free products and different things like that. And essential oils, I think, smack back right in the middle of that, and they're really quite powerful. You know, we've been learning while we've been here in Uluru how much the you know, that some of the oldest, and if not the oldest cultures, have relied on plants for all their healing. They didn't have all the pharmaceuticals and different things that have been created in the last couple of hundred years. And what you're combining is these plant medicines that have worked for centuries and centuries, plus the science of getting the best out of them with essential oils. You know, when we look at our peppermint essential oil, I always like to share that one drop of peppermint essential oil has is 50 to 70% or times stronger than one cup of peppermint tea. So this really, really potent part of nature. We know that it works, and the essential oils can be so amazing in that. So doTERRA is booming as a business. It's, you know, growing massively, and I think that's as people, more and more people go, hold on, there's an alternative, an empowering alternative that I can actually take care of my own health and use something without those nasty side effects and different issues that might have been a challenge in the past.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, good stuff. Well, guys, what is, I mean, I'd like to sort of perhaps touch on a story where you've shared essential oils, and you know, I've heard everything. You know, people sharing it on planes and toilets and things like that. But is there a story that perhaps comes to mind when you've shared oils to somebody and it perhaps it's stuck in your memory?
Have you got one that comes to your mind?
Anybody here at Uluru?
It's more than one. Yeah. Well, one of the most important things for us is, you know, really to look after our family and friends. And we had a friend who's always had sinus problems, couldn't breathe, everything. Yeah. And we just shared with him a drop of peppermint in his hand and had him place his thumb in it and push it onto the soft palate of his mouth. And within seconds, he could breathe. And he's like, how has nobody ever told me about this? I've been to countless doctors. I've just always have had respiratory issues, and I can have really good respiratory care now. So for us, that was, you know, something he'd never shared with us, you know, that he's kind of had always problems, but, you know, it's something we do daily, is we have peppermint, or we have, you know, frankincense or something in that manner. So it's just, you know, for us, it's sharing to really the people you love first, you know. I mean, you know, I think a lot of people come into doTERRA and you want to share with, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, but really if you're looking after the people you care for first, then they're going to look after the people that they care for, and then it just kind of ripples out from there. So, you know, really when you're looking to start sharing, or, you know, you're interested in, start with the people close to home. They're the people that you can affect the most, and they're the people that'll trust you the most. So if you go use the peppermint that way, they're not going to look at you like you're insane. They're going to try it. So, you know, because you've got that really deep, loving, caring relationship with them.
Is this person the wellness advocate now? They've got
they are. They're actually one of our super sharers and builders now.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Good. Complete converts.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like for that friend, and I think there's been a few stories that stick in my head, that where people, we're all born with different kind of health challenges, so whether it be our skin or our digestive system, maybe the system of our body, and after a while you just kind of go, well, that's the hand I've been dealt, and I'm just going to do my best to manage that throughout my life. And for me personally, and for people I've shared with, in all different areas, the oils have actually got rid of or alleviated or totally changed that issue, that they just thought, oh, do my best and I have to have my, you know, do this each day, otherwise I can't get on. And so it offers a brand new exciting opportunity for people that have gone through and tried many different options and none have worked. Absolutely they have.
Yeah. Okay, now look, last question actually. You know, each couple who do this business together, you know, they have different roles and different skill sets. I mean, just briefly maybe touch on what is your individual roles in the business that you do. Maybe you do something different to the other.
I guess I'm blessed with my other businesses up north, that I have a bit of a public profile, so I get to share out and talk to a lot of people and that kind of thing, and introduce them to the oils in that type of way, through my work with crystals and spirituality and meditation and things like that as well. So I've got that voice, whereas Jonathan's been he's been supporting me, and just so happens to have a background in graphic design. So from the social media point of view, he helps out with that as well. But the great thing about it is we're both very confident at talking to groups. So now, with Jonathan leaving full-time work a week ago, we've now just
Only
done,
a week ago.
Only a week
Just a
ago.
week,
oh my
that
goodness.
was our goal for 2017. That I wanted to get him out of full-time work.
That's so good.
And doTERRA allowed us to do that. So now.
And what a way to start. I mean,
Yeah,
trip across Australia. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how we work now. That we have different styles, but we can also bring them together. And we've doubled our capacity now that he's free. In that kind of way.
Yeah. For me, it's you know, I do what I'm comfortable with in the business. You know, and I do push myself a little, but you know, Adam really is, you know, going his own journey with the crystals and things like that. But you know, what I do for the teams is, you know, support and follow up, you know, through different things that he isn't necessarily comfortable with, and doesn't, you know, it's not his skill set. So for me, I really enjoy sitting down with people and showing them how to make different things with their products. So really empowering them to kind of create low tox living at home. Use their oils to, you know, get rid of toxic fragrances in their house, or use them with their pets or things like that. So work with what your interest is, you know, because it's going to, number one, you'll be great at it. Number two, it'll resonate with people a lot better than if you try to do something that you're not really comfortable with. You'll be wooden and it won't work out right, and you'll be going, why isn't it working? So, you know, kind of pick, you know, for guys, you know, you might be interested in sport, and there's a lot of beautiful products that doTERRA provides us that are great for that sort of thing. You know, you've got Deep Blue, and then you've got the polyphenol complex, and then you've got frankincense and all these other things that, you know, there's an athletic kit made by doTERRA, you know, which I think kind of it gets forgotten and pushed off to the side. We're like, what do we do with this? It's a great opportunity for guys to kind of get out there and share the essential oils in a real, you know, masculine way. Is, you know, you pop that in your gym bag, and then next time you're in, you know, locker room or out from sport or whatever, you know, offer your mate a little bit of Deep Blue to pop on, you know, an acre of pain. It's not, sharing isn't hard, you know, but we constantly tell people, you know, great restaurants to go to or movies to go see, and that's sharing. So just put the oils in that light. And, you know, do you want to try this awesome athletic cream that I've been using? And most guys are pretty all right with that.
Absolutely.
So that's sharing in a really comfortable, confident
So
way.
play to your strengths.
Yeah, play to your strengths. It'll just be so much better. So
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Well, we do have a viewer question, as always. So we have it's Sally here from Fremantle, actually over your way.
yes.
Yeah. So Sally asked, I mean, she's seen you guys around town, and you're just so chilled, grounded, always happy and smiling. It's incredible. So she's asking, do you ever get upset? It doesn't seem it's possible.
Oh,
Do you ever have any disagreements?
oh, very much so. And you know, I think any couple does.
No, I don't believe it.
Well, one of our biggest pushes was, you know, last year before we were diamonds in doTERRA, Jonathan was sick of me being out every night, following my passion, which was the oils and spirituality and meditation. And he said, I'm over this. I want you home. I never see you. Blah 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 blah. And I
Really?
said, no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was I think kind of a defining moment where I went, okay, you know, we had quite a big argument around it, and I said, you know, it's not working. We keep trying.
No regrets now, eh?
Well, basically at that moment I realized I was going to dump my all in it, and then I could say, if we decided to pull off at that time, that at least I gave it my all as well, because I could see him giving his all.
Yeah.
And I thought it wasn't really fair
Yeah.
for me to say give up without me at least being all in.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
so that's when I kind of said, okay, well, before I throw the towel in, I'll give it a really good crack. And that's when I stepped up and started supporting him in a greater way, started going out and teaching classes myself, started entering enrollments myself into the computer, started doing more follow-up workshops and things, and really, you know, at that point in time, our business transformed because I think we transformed at that time, and, you know,
Good word.
yeah,
Good word.
So, yes,
Good word to
Sally,
finish.
we do have arguments, we're totally human.
She'll be
but-
happy with that. She'll be happy with that. Look, they are real. They're real people, ups and downs. Not too many downs though. Now, look, guys, thank you so much. Really, really wonderful to get to know you a bit better. And of course, even the last few days, even last night, we were up there on a sand dune and having some dinner before it rained and rained. But it was lots of fun. thank you once again for your time and your patience. We won't go too much. It's a bit of an in thing here. We'll look forward to your journey progressing and working together as you do so well.
Thank you very much. Our
yeah.
pleasure.
Thank
so
you, Adam.
much. Thank you.
Good man. And
Thanks,
Jonathan.
Mark.
Thanks everybody for watching, and until next time. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers for now.